What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are in Belfush, something, South Dakota. The streetwalkers. She needs a bath. Colorado did not do her any favors. Poor girl. Alright, enough of that. So, we started yesterday at home. And then, for those of you who are new and might not know, that's in the Boise, Idaho area. And we took off and we made it to Grand Junction, Colorado. And y'all saw the video earlier today about what happened there. We took off from there, made it up to Denver. We dropped the trailer and we are en route to Bismarck, North Dakota. We will be there, probably about 10 or 11-ish tomorrow morning. And this will be something new. Something we definitely haven't done. Something I actually got some details on it just a little bit ago, and I'm pretty pumped about this. It's nothing huge, crazy, but it's something new for the channel. It's fun. Change things up a little. Show you guys some opportunities that are out there. That's really slick. Speaking of opportunities, not this load, but the load that got me home was my 74th? I think it was my 74th load. 74 or 75. I'll have to go look again. Also got me up to the day before my 6-month mark. So I spent my 6-month mark sitting at home. We were getting some work done on the truck. Got an oil change, fuel filters. They finally got it in the shop. They figured out what's wrong with the air conditioning. They've ordered the part. It's apparently the whole box under the dash. Whatever part, somehow some part of that controls the air conditioning. I don't know. Things used to be simple, right? Go back to the 70s, 80s. There was like 2 pieces for air conditioning. Now there's all this crap, and it all talks to these computers, and the computers talk to each other, and then yeah. No thanks. No thanks. But it's on order. We're gonna drop this load that we're picking up tomorrow, and then that'll put us in Michigan, and we're gonna go to Indiana and pick up one heading home. And we'll drop the truck off again, and they have to gut the entire interior to change this piece out. So they said they'll have it for 3 or 4 days, which is fine. It works out perfect for timing because I've got some stuff going on at home that I want to be home for. So don't have to, but absolutely want to, and this gives me the opportunity to, so I'll take it. So we also crossed 75,000 miles, 75,100 and some change to be exact, to drop that last unit in Boise right before we went and dropped it off to get the work done on it. So 75,000 miles, and I have absolutely zero complaints. Again, the air conditioning, the dealership gave me the runaround. I threatened them. It's fixed, or it's going to be fixed. Not perfect, not ideal, but like I said in that video where I talked about it, you know, I get it. They've got these you know, guys that have 500, 800 trucks in their fleet. They said it was AmeriGas. You know, you got 500, 800 trucks there, and they're getting used all the time. They're gonna break. I get it, but on the other hand, is it just because I bought a big truck, so my truck has to go into the fleet mechanic bay? Is it right for me to have to sit for weeks because these guys have 15 trucks in getting worked on? No, and that was the thing that finally pushed me to the point that I made the threat. And you know, I hate to be that guy, but it worked. My truck's getting fixed. So aside from that, I have absolutely zero complaints. And again, I've said it many times, and I will continue to say it. It pains me to say that as much as I really have hated Ford my whole life. But this thing is amazing. It gets great mileage. It's ungodly comfortable. It's got gobs of power. I can't be upset in any way. And it's had zero mechanical issues. No, I take that back. I do have a complaint, actually. I have a very big complaint. So this has that adaptive cruise control, right? Awesome feature. You can tell it how close you want it to follow the car in front of you, and no matter what that car does, it'll keep that close. So if I set my cruise at 70, and dude's doing 60, it'll do 60. If dude's doing 80, he'll walk away. It'll stop at 70. But the control module for that thing is that right there. And as you can see, it gets covered up with ice. When it does that, it stops working. Wouldn't be hard to throw some sort of just a little heater element in there that would kind of thaw that box out. Because that's it. What I just did right there, rubbing my hand over it, it'll work now. It's done that to me several times. But that really is the only complaint I have with this truck. So, six months on the job, 75,000 miles. Now, we can't say 75,000 of that was work because it was right about 6,900, 7,000 when I actually started work. So 68,000 miles, and I've done probably two or 3,000 miles of deadhead, which was my personal choice of deadhead. You know, when I didn't have to, there was a load, but I wanted to get home for whatever reason that was going on. You know, stuff going on with the kids, stuff going on with the club, something where I wanted to be home, and I just sacrificed whatever so I could get home. So we'll say 65,000 working miles. And that's counting deadhead. Like actual like the average deadhead from going from point to point or whatever. So 65,000 miles working on the truck in 6 months. And that gross. And I'm not going to give you guys net because everyone's truck payment's going to be different. Everyone's insurance is different. You know, if you don't have the 450, you're going to get a lot better deadhead gas mileage than I am. So gross was just a hair, like $13 under 56,000. It's not a killer income. It's not amazing, but you know, just because he's thrown it up there, I'll reference Toe Piglet. You know, he's had several years over. We'll go low, say 200. You know, I know he's had years that were way over. In his videos, he said that's not average. They were just really good years. So we'll say 200, 250 in a year. So that's 100 and some change more than what I make. But, and I'm not going to talk about his lease thing, because that's a whole different ball of wax, but when he was running Tow Piglet 1.0, it's, you know, it's still a good deal more than I'm making, for sure. But I don't have any trailer maintenance. I don't have near the insurance cost he does. You know, so at the end of the day, it's impossible to say, you know, exactly what the difference is without actually sitting down with him and crunching numbers back and forth, like I did with another guy, Dream Inspired. But that's freaking apples to kumquats. A semi and an RV hauler are a little bit different. But the only hotshot guy that I actually talked to is Tow Piglet, so that's why I referenced him. You know, I'm not trying to bash on him for his choices, or, you know, say that I'm better, or that my job is better, or whatever. Just, he's the guy that I've talked to, so I have actually some information to compare on. I don't know. We are still looking at doing the flatbed thing. We are still looking at, well, I guess the flatbed thing. That'd really be the only change from where we are now. I did look at maybe downsizing this to a smaller truck, but it would keep my payment the same. Like, I don't see a point in that. We're doing all that just to keep my payment the same, or it might even actually go up just a little. I don't see a purpose, you know, not with the work I put into this one, with getting it ready to haul, start all that over, and then, nah. So that's where we are. So there's the 6-month update, and we got something new coming tomorrow, and then we're gonna head home and get the air conditioning fixed, because in the south it is that time of year, and I am absolutely looking to start trying to run down there. So we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. As always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day. Yuck.